Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hillbilly Garage. Today we are working on this old junk 305. Well, we've had an awful lot of negative comments about this. No, but well, I won't say that. But there are many people out there that just think this is just pointless. But I've said it before, you know, if it can be fixed, you know, it just depends on how much you're interested in fixing it, or, you know, what you think you might be able to do with it. But, you know, we've had Hot Rod Shop around for a long time. It's one of the earliest motors we got when we started this whole thing. But it sat in the back for a long time and kept getting overlooked. So finally we decided to pull it up, see what was up with it, see what we could do with it. Maybe it'll go down the road, maybe it won't, who knows. But, you know, they're here, they gotta be fixed, right? We can't just let them sit around and do nothing. That wouldn't make no sense. So anyway, we tore this one down, and it has the ever so slightest of a small ridge, and you could probably even get away with not doing anything with it. You can barely catch it with your fingernail. And you can see after you knock the ridge out and hit it with the hone, it cleans up real good. But wanted to show you, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not super impressed with this ridge ring. I mean, I'm making it work, but it's hard to work with. It's cumbersome. It's hard to hang on to. Cam adjuster doesn't really work for pushing the cutter out. I'll show you here in a second. I had to put me little helping hands on the bottom of this thing because it's hard to hang on to. But the way you set these up is you're going to set this cutter right here just below where you're wanting to ream. No, just stay over here. So I lower it down to where I get that cutter just below that, and this shaft down the center is what actually opens the jaws down inside the bore to anchor your tool. That's why I put the vice grips on it, so I can hang on to it down there and then get her pretty good and snug. And then what we're gonna do, like I said, you're supposed to be able to adjust your cutter with this piece here, but it kind of almost works, but not really. At least on mine. Maybe if you got one, maybe you got one that works. I don't know, mine don't. So anyway, here's another part of it. Trying to get all this stuff to hold still while you make your adjustments. But what I've had to do is I've had to manually push my cutter out. Got to hold the tool with my belly with this other wrench over here. So I can tighten it. And then you turn this in a clockwise position, or rotation, and it runs up the threaded shaft and brings that cutter up through your ridge. careful not to bring your cutter plumb out. And I don't really believe you're supposed to run this backwards like this, but it actually does cut both ways. And since I got to manually adjust mine, I've been taking advantage of that. One more pass. Just back the cutter off, run her back in. This just makes setup on the next hole a little bit easier. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen, but it fell out. Biggie. Now, tools out of the way. Dust this down. And that ring ridge is gone. Like I said, it was just small. Could have got away with not even messing with it, but just wanted to make sure that there wasn't nothing for the new rings to run into in there. Get all the debris out of it. Yep, get good. Now this is gasoline and motor oil. About, I don't know, 1 part motor oil, 5 parts gasoline, something like that. Just a little bit more. We're gonna go for crosshatch. In order to get 30 to 40 degrees crosshatch, you gotta slow your drill down and speed your arms up. There we have her. Got some nice looking crosshatch. Got rid of the ring ridge. And the cylinders are looking pretty good. Them rings will seat up pretty nice. But, you know, like some have said, I mean, it's just a stinking 305, right? I don't know, people. I think if it's there and it can be saved, why don't we save it? Sure, this ain't no powerhouse. It ain't gonna be sending nobody down the quarter mile at 4.3 seconds, but
It'll get him to work on time.
But it'll get you back and forth to work, and it'll start and run every day. I mean, it'd make a mighty fine little project in a Colorado or a S10 Blazer or, you know, something small, little CJ Jeep. You know, put a little fuel injection on it and put it in a Jeep, and this thing will pretty much carry it anywhere you want to go. May not get you there fast, but who off-roads that fast? All right. We do ask, please, you like and subscribe. We want to say how much we appreciate. I can't even talk. All of y'all that have been participating, commenting, subscribing, jumping in, especially checking out them shorts. We appreciate that. Y'all keep coming back. We'll see you now. Bye.